Hey y'all, this is BG Codes and I am bradgarropy. Welcome to this morning's stream. I can't believe it. My streaming button actually worked on my stream deck. I thought I had to work around it this whole entire time, but no, it worked. So great, I'm getting my streaming setup down to a single press of a button and it pretty much does everything. I press it once and then I like all my apps pop up, my lights turn on. I press it again, I go live on YouTube. Great. Yeah, and YouTube has been my platform of choice for streaming, mostly just because I am going to start making YouTube videos probably next week to start kind of condensing everything I'm doing on the live stream. Chris Wicks is in the chat. What's up, man? Thank you for joining. This morning, we're going to be trying to figure out how to send email in our application. I'm not going to use the service. I'm going to use NodeMailer. I think one of my tenets for this application starter is no services. You can choose to use a service later, but it stinks when you get a starter and the first thing you have to do is go run and make accounts everywhere and set up your API keys. No, just it should be able to do everything because you can send an email from a node server. You don't need a service for that. So that's a tenet that I have. And you know what? I should write a decision doc about that. So first of all, decision docs. I am right now over here keeping track of all the to-dos here, but I want to write a decision doc on no services. Okay, but today, email. Let's do email. Let's get the app running. Where's my code? Here we go. All right. So we got the app running. Looks like this. Pretty chill. Speaking of, where are my Sentry links anyways? Oh, I think I'm in the wrong branch, or I'm in the wrong project. So let's delete that email branch. Go reload into Remix app. There we go. Oh my God. Don't even get me started on reminders, man. It's the best. Freaking, you don't need everything. You don't need all these crazy apps. Reminders and notes and Apple Calendar are the only things I use. Because the best part about it, the capture mechanism, meaning it's on your phone, it's on your computer, and you can yell at Siri. It's everywhere. And you can share it well with your partners and things like that. Okay. I was experimenting with this too. See how I opened this project and immediately all of these terminal tasks are open? I defined a VS Code tasks.json to open up terminals for each of the things that need to be running. So now my database viewer is running, my unit tests are watching, my end-to-end tests are watching in the UI right here, and the app is running. So I want to, in another video, get that a little bit more crisp, but there we go. This is the app. Super chill. Okay, so the idea is we need to send an email on password reset. And now I just got to remember where I put it. Oh, I think I put it in the users file is where we do... Nope, it could be in the reset route. Reset password in auth. Okay. I think here is where I'm going to put this. Or, no. What is the output of reset password? It redirects, unfortunately. It redirects to sign in. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong function. I'm slow this morning. Apparently. Okay, there's reset password. Double checks everything matches. It updates the password. It deletes the reset token and returns sign in. Then it's not the reset route we want. It's the forgot route. Okay, getting my bearings here. Yes, because when you are trying to sign in, I'm Homer and I realize I don't know my password. I click forgot password. I enter my email, and when I hit reset here, this is where the return function needs to send an email. And in this case, we run create reset token. Now, I wonder if this should be just all inside of here. I don't know. Okay. We are going to install Node Mailer and go from there. And I don't know if there's anything better than Node Mailer nowadays. SendGrid, official SendGrid library. A Node.js implementation of the SendGrid email API. Yeah. David, that's a good point. I mean, I gotta have some way to send an email though at some point, and I don't want to rely on a service for this starter. Look, it's easy enough to hook up something like Resend or whatever. But isn't SendGrid Node.js? For the SendGrid platform? You know what I mean? Like, I gotta have a SendGrid account. Yeah, let's see. The first thing is an account. I'm like, this, I don't want to do this. $100 emails a day for free. That's pretty good. No, I'm gonna use Node Mailer. I've gotten this working in the past. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, just show me how to get started. Okay, usage. Know nothing about this. Ages ago I got this working, and it's been a long time. Okay, oh look at that, AWS. Look at that, mail trap, mail gun, okay. Shit. Okay. Not good. Not good. Let's see. Do I have send mail on my computer? I mean, it was thinking about it, yeah. Cool. Whatever it was, it didn't like it, but okay, let's try send mail. Whatever, we're just gonna take this exact thing. Did that not install? Okay. Yeah, node mailer doesn't have types. It's always a good start. Okay. Now do we have types? Uh-huh. Is path required or optional? Okay, so this is on forgot password. Cool, let's try it, see what happens. Message ID. What's that at example.com? Oh, it's a from. Okay. Did I... Maybe I'll go to like my actual email. I'm just gonna pull this off screen real quick or show you my face. How about that? This is interesting. I have a feeling it's probably in some spam folder, you know. It's not in all mail. And it's not in spam. Okay. All right, back to the code. I mean, maybe it needs a real from. try again. Okay, I have a real to and a real from. It obfuscates that for some reason. And again, go to my face as I sit here and refresh Gmail. Where I'm just not seeing anything. Okay. Back to the docs. Yeah, so maybe send mail isn't actually working. Okay. Message configuration, which doesn't matter. Okay, SMTP. Does Cloudflare do this? My domain is hosted on Cloudflare. Damn it. Damn it. Okay. Email's hard, y'all. David is mentioning some really nice stuff. Mail trap is something that I have heard a lot of good things about as well. 200 emails a day. Damn it. Okay. If I'm trying to do this without services, then I don't know. Does send mail actually work? Docker. Yeah, I was hoping to stay away from that. Cool. Really. Because I'm running stuff like SQLite and just Node.js, and I didn't want to have like a bunch of runtime dependencies. XP, why do you need passwords? Send email, no. Oy, okay. You were suggesting SMTP for dev. Oh, fake email server. Oy. Okay. Let's pivot because I don't want to do this entire email investigation on stream. What else do we have to do? It would be nice to have, if you're signed in, a little indicator of who you are somewhere. Let's just stick it like right under here. If you're logged in, stick it right here. Let's do that. We've got everything set up for that. Let's back out all the changes and install again. And actually, resend is the hot one. Sorry, my brain is still thinking about it. $3,000 emails a month, 100 a day. I mean, it's about it's about the same. One domain. It's pretty good. Okay, so whoop, let's see. What do we need here? We want, this is probably our header component that this is in. Yeah. Our header component now will say user is equal to use auth. So we've got a hook on the front end to pull auth information. And basically we're going to say, there we go. User dot email. And we'll actually say like if There's a user. User.email, otherwise null. So we've got nothing, and now we'll sign in. Cool. Obviously this looks terrible, so we'll figure it out. I've got it set up like that, so because I want it slotted in underneath the top, we're gonna have to wrap this in a div. Yep, much better. How do we want to align this stuff? Probably top. What is it? Align content. Nope. Align items. Start. That's what we want. And then let's translate that to Tailwind, which is here. Perfect. I want that a little bit smaller. What size is it now? 16 pixels, which is, what's the Tailwind ism for that? Whatever 1 rem is. Base. Okay, small's the next step down. Okay, that's what we'll take. Yeah, I wanted to get that in. That way we just know who signed in, and then when we sign out, it goes away. Perfect. Let's make sure to throw in a test for that, because now our tests are probably failing. Yep. What do we need here? Const use auth spy. Shows header with user, and then we want expect homer.email to be in the document, and then now we'll do it without. There, now we've got our tests written. They're both passing. Let's run them all. Okay, everything's passing with 100% coverage. Sweet. That little feature's done. That's something I've been wanting for a while. I called it user avatar. I mean, we're not going to do an avatar, but whatever. Okay. Let's get that pushed up. What branch am I on? We will say package JSON. This is 13. And go through all this. Update the change log. show authenticated user email. Okay, let's start committing this stuff. All right, now we got a PR coming up. I just love how fast I can iterate on this stuff. And then look, my new CI from yesterday all runs in a single workflow, all parallel. If something fails, you know exactly what step failed. Loving that. Yeah, and we're getting to a point here, aren't we? Because, you know, I said no services. Because guess what? I'm using Sentry for error checking. And guess what? Sentry doesn't support React Router 7. And guess what? I want to use React Router 7. And so this morning I was like, no services. In my head, I was like, I'm not using services. And now here I am with email, and it's like, you kind of need it. Unless I can find something local. Yeah, you have to set up your... You know, okay, maybe I do just use... Whoa, send mail in Node.js? Oh, yeah? David, I would love to hear about how you would send errors without Sentry. Where are you sending them to? Yeah, people use Gmail. Well, maybe I do just use Gmail. Because at the end of the day, you need something. Some SMTP server. Well, yeah. Unless David was saying you do it all internally or locally on your machine. How did Mailtrap do it? I thought there was something that like allowed you to, yeah, fake SMTP. But you have to sign up. This sucks. Okay. Let's get it going with Google and go from there. Again, you're going to see my face. I'm going to do some environment stuff here. Actually, not yet. Oh, currently email. I like that. It's like, yo, something went wrong. Here's a text message. Here's an email. You don't need this whole freaking Sentry error reporting dashboard thing. Oh, and I never approved this. Okay, so this is good. What version was this? 0013? Yes. Okay, we're good there. Merge it. Release it. I do a ton of releases for this kind of stuff. But I just want to kind of establish my best patterns early. And then I use the alias getBD to wipe out that branch and start over. Start a new branch, also called email. Let's just do it. Let's do it the node mailer way. Okay, I'm gonna go to my face again while I add in my Gmail like username and password, because I think that's what we need. Okay. So I had node mailer set up. This was on the forgot route. And again, there's no types, so let's get them installed. Yeah, and David, I'm assuming you were just catching everything with like error boundaries and sending them there? Or just in try catches or what? Bro, why isn't send mail working on my system? That's killing me. I want to try to get this working. It's just taking its sweet time. Yeah, it makes me think it ain't working. Oh. Oh. Did it? I mean, it claimed it worked. Undelivered mail returned to sender. Okay. Let's see if I can get this one to work. Isn't it the exact same thing? It is. Yeah, undelivered email. Undelivered mail returned to sender. Mm. Well, no, I mean the mail queue says it's not even delivered. Return to sender. Good point on spam though. I mean I can, but I don't think it would have even gotten there based on what I'm seeing. I'm checking things out on another screen here. Yeah, it's not in all mail, not in trash, and not in spam. Okay, well, we can go the Gmail way. Service isn't even a thing. Oh, service. No suggestions. Okay, what are the create transport arguments? Okay, I don't want to do any of that. This one is literally just saying Gmail with your username and password, which I find hard to believe. Okay, and I'm just going to turn on my face while I configure this again. I don't need to be leaking my Gmail username and password. Okay, we're back here. Now we've got our transporter. Now what do we do with it? How do we actually use it? We set up our transporter and then we call this thing. All right, well, let's see. It's the one problem with those terminals. Anytime they error, they just close. Okay. Missing credentials for plane. It's the authentication section below. Okay. Oh, I like this too. Auth. Type, user, and pass. Okay, this seems correct. Go get the app password. Okay. All right, let me do all that. Jumping into my Google account dashboard. This is so, like, I don't know where I'm going to find this stuff. Security. Mm-hmm. Okay, now it's having me sign in with a pass key. Oh my gosh. I don't have any app passwords. Okay. We're making progress. Okay. I did it. Okay, I might be good. So let's go back here. I reloaded everything. Go back to the app. Homer. Reset. Missing credentials for plane. Okay. Again, I'll go to my face because I'm about to log out environment variables. Ah. I'm stupid. I had the wrong environment variable name. And now it claims that it was sent. And we'll see. Going into my Gmail right now. No, you can't see anything. I just don't want to show all this. It claims it was sent. Hey, there it is. That's in my inbox. Why is it not? Apple's having a hard time. Yep, but it ain't in Apple's. I'm gonna poke around a little bit. Who knows? Like, why isn't it showing up in Apple Mail? But it's in my inbox. Shutting it down, restarting it. Okay, there it is. It just took an extra long amount of time to show up for some reason. Okay. Okay, going back. This seems to work. Hey, thanks for showing up this morning, David. I appreciate it. I know it was a slower stream. This is something I need to consider more at the end of the day. I'm not sure I'm happy with this. Do I just use a service? Because it's like we're using Gmail. Like you need an SMTP server. Because I want this to be deployed and working. Here's what I'm gonna do. Let's just extract some of this out. Hey, I appreciate it, man. I'm trying to show the raw stuff, and then I'm gonna make YouTube videos about what I land on and just condense it down into like 5 minutes of like, this is how I did email, this is how I did database, this is how I did testing, whatever. That'll be the more interesting stuff, the more fun stuff to watch. Yeah, I'm gonna make a new file here in utils, and I'm just gonna call it mailer. And I think this is where we're gonna set up. I don't want to call it mailer. I'm gonna call it email. And at least I'll have this like abstracted away. Oh, and this is for sure only on the server. You don't want those environment variables leaking. Okay, we'll drop this in there. And we will export this. We're just going to call this send. What's in here? Email dot accepted envelope message ID. Okay. Okay, we'll clean the rest of this up later. I'm gonna get to work today. I mean, I like this abstraction that I'm about to build. I don't know what service I want to use for all this. Gmail was an easy reach just because I have that account, but you know, if I'm being honest with myself, it is a service. You have to have an email sending server. Unless you have Linux set up with SendMail, right? But I want to be able to replicate that locally, and it looks like I was having trouble. I might revisit that because I would love for production to look exactly like development. And that does, maybe it does mean we're running a Docker container at one point with this kind of stuff. But I hate working on that kind of stuff on stream. It kind of sucks. It's less development and more reading a bunch of docs and hitting a bunch of errors. Anyways, we're like approaching the end of this little effort. once we get email done, I really just want to figure out need to figure out a database hosting as well, which again, here comes the service. But email, database, and then end-to-end testing. I've got the tests written. I just need to figure out the best way to run them in CI. Are you hitting a real database? Are you mocking a database? We'll see. Tough decisions there, and that's why I'm going to have decision docs. All right. It's been a great stream. Thank y'all for joining, Chris and David, and I'll catch everybody else in the next one. Peace.